Welcome to Season 7, Episode 2 of the Film Bros Championship Podcast. I am Tim. With me is our co-host, Patrick. How you doing, buddy?
I am bugging.
You're bugging?
I am bugging.
You're just totally bugging right now.
Yeah, I'm watching that scene at the end. I'm like, I noticed that I've actually been stealing this bit from Paul Rudd, which I think he was stealing from Conan O'Brien, where he's just like trying to use common urban there's like a mocking way. Like, yeah, obviously
Right.
I can't be the one saying this. So why him and Conan O'Brien got along so well. But it's just
Right.
yes,
The
I too
humor
am
adds
bugging.
up.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
I'm going to use this popular lingo, but
I'm
in a
gonna use this
totally kind of
vernacular that
square way.
exactly that makes it funnier. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I've been doing
Like,
it for years. They didn't
purposely.
realize that I've been ripping off this and Conan O'Brien at the same time. Like, yeah,
That's fair, right? I mean, and
that is how I roll. It's something I.
right. And he will do
Yeah.
this a lot throughout his career as well. In all his ebbs and flows and his resurgence and all that kind of stuff. But this is totally the where I at least was like, I love this dude. I love Paul Rudd. Um,
Well, this was his first theatrical film that had to come out.
yeah.
First one he made was Halloween 6, but
Which I
that
didn't
came out
see till
afterwards.
way later, right? I saw that way later in my life. This was my introduction to Paul Rudd.
This is
And
everyone's
I was,
introduction to Paul
yeah,
Rudd, pretty
this is like,
much.
I love this dude. And it's like he will be doing this shtick for like basically the rest of his life.
Not really though.
I think so.
Because like Paul Rudd more or less like he gets a couple of things after this, like
Oh yeah,
overnight
there's the
delivery and like Cider
right.
House Rules, Object of My Affection, which we'll watch later this season.
No,
But
for
like
sure. It's not till 40 Virgin where he really like turns into something more, I would say.
actually I would say it's like Anchorman.
You think it's
And
Anchorman?
he gets to
Is
pop up
Anchorman after? Is that post 40 Virgin?
before.
It's
Um
before, okay.
so actually it's really like it might be Friends, where he shows up on Friends
Oh,
first. It's like
Phoebe's,
Phoebe's
yeah,
fiance. And I think it kind of reintroduces the country to Paul Rudd.
right.
Because he was just bouncing around. He wasn't really looking
Yeah,
up at anything big. And then like he got
here or
into
there you
Anchorman, and
see
then
him
it
and
started
pop it up and
exploding
sort
again with the
yeah.
Judd Apatow
But
movies.
what I would kind of mean is like I feel like even in a lot of the things he ends up going into, it's pretty close to variations of this, what he does so well at. This kind of dry, witty humor
Yeah, yeah, he's stupid
is
charming.
exactly. And it's like this is where it's like, oh, this is it. And then eventually people figure out how to tap into it and continue it kind of way later in his career. But that's what I kind of meant. Like this is kind of like the beginning of it.
Oh, it
This
is
is
the
this is
beginning. It's not like kind of
yeah.
the beginning. It is the beginning of it.
Well, no,
He's never
not
been in a
only is
movie
the
before
beginning, but
this.
it's I guess it was kind of crazy to me is like this not only kind of really kicks off his career sort of way, but it's also like something that will be this still archetype will continue on like
It's
this.
weird that we
Yeah.
have spent so much time talking about Paul Rudd while he is not the best part of this movie by far.
Oh, totally. It's a good call. Well, this is
You
your
watch
movie. You
Clueless.
drafted it. You drafted it. What is Clueless, Patrick?
Shallow, rich, and socially successful Cher is at the top of her Beverly Hills high school pecking scale. Seeing herself as a matchmaker, Cher first coaxes two teachers dating each other. This is a very long one.
I
And
know. This is
actually, no, that's it.
IMDb?
That's it. That's the entire summary.
Really?
That's a terrible summary.
It's a terrible one. They're usually pretty
That's
good.
not good. Yeah, it's Jane Austen's Emma, but still in the modern day high school, modern as in 1995.
Yeah,
But yeah, it's great.
it is great.
This is a classic. Lived up to my memory of it.
It is. It's really good. Um, and it's like it was like one of the like it's like almost right because usually like we don't have that's the difficulty I think with this season because we've had so much great and bad with so many previous seasons. And this is like the first time where it's like mostly everything we've drafted we already think is great. Like we already
Celebration of good rom-coms of the 90s. So yeah.
right. So it's like I've never had so much that has been good. So it's like all already I'm like scoring stuff. I'm like, wait a minute. And I'm like now I'm struggling a bit more where I feel like I didn't have to struggle as much with scoring in the past. Cause like, is this like, are the characters as good as this one? Is the comedy as good? You know what I mean? Where I'm having that almost right away from the second episode, which is nuts.
Hmm.
It's
Okay.
a weird one to get around. That was my hung up on so far.
Your hang up?
My hang up. Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you.
okay.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Well, so let me ask you a question. When
Yeah.
you were writing down the lead for this movie, did you even bother to write up Paul Rudd for part of the lead? Because I didn't.
I
He is not a
did.
lead. He's not a lead in this movie.
I agree with you, but
He is a supporting character.
I think in the spirit though of what this movie is, because it's a rom-com season, and
Right.
so he is the romantic other person.
Yeah.
And I think it just be based on that has to be in this category.
It's one of the things that it's a neg for this movie.
I
The
agree.
romance of it is not good.
I
It's
agree.
fine, and
Yeah.
so it's like I didn't like I'm not even gonna bother putting Josh in here as calling him one of the leads. He's not a lead. He's not in the movie enough.
No,
So he's like he's like the
it's
best supporting character is what he
I
is.
think because
And
we
it
have to debate these scores so much
let me
tightly.
finish my
Okay.
thought here.
Fair enough.
And I didn't want him to drag down how amazing Alicia Silverstone is in this movie as Cher Horowitz.
Yeah, that's fair.
It is a perfect performance.
To be fair, Paul Rudd's not bad in this movie
Not bad, but the
at
character's
all.
not great. It would drag down the
It's
score
the
for me if
movie
I
in general.
included him in
Right.
this, and I
And
don't
so
want to
I
do
will
that.
not allow you to get away with that.
I
Because
mean,
no, to me, I think in a rom-com season, you have to have the pairing together in this category.
all that matters is that we have to agree on the score at the end. I
That's
scored up the way
true.
I want to score it up.
Okay.
You scored the way you scored it up. And
Okay,
I'm just
fair
going to
enough.
say, if I had
Fair
scored it up
enough.
with Paul Rudd in here, I'd have to bring my score down from a perfect five, and I'm not going to do that because Alicia Silverstone is perfect in this movie. Her
She
character
she
is
is
fantastic.
she is an icon of
Yes,
this movie made her into an iconic character person. She's still going to be interviewed to
she's
this
still
day
beloved because of this
about
movie.
this.
It's
Yeah,
This is as perfect a casting as say like Christopher Reeve as Superman. She
right.
just always is
She
this
just
character to
is.
everyone.
Right.
Everyone will always instantly love her because of this movie. And it's
Although
with good
did good
cause.
things before and after this movie, but this again, this
Sure,
just
yeah, just like Christopher
encapsulated
Reeve did. But yeah,
in yes, a good point, right? This was just so iconic of a role. Um and it just the mannerisms, the outfits,
Mm.
several lines that she like go like I think that's I'll save it for romance, but there she's really good in multiple facets in this movie,
Yeah,
um in the many different ways, whether they're asking her to be kind of the ditzier kind of dumb thing, or whether she's being pretty witty and can banter right back and throw it right back at people,
hmm,
um where so it's this perfect pairing of like, yeah, she's got this kind of dumb vapid thing, but she's actually really smart and has
yeah.
like this super potential to her that everybody just falls in love with immediately.
Like she might mispronounce words, the Haitians, and she
Right.
might remember certain facts for base reasons. Like she remembers Mel Gibson's Hamlet accurately, but she's whip
Right.
smart and excellent
Yeah.
manipulating, winning people over.
Right. Which and again, that's one scene that did kind of work romance wise, right? Because you kind of see him being like, God, she's good. You know what I mean? Like she's like he's like almost like a the audience in that moment of, oh, he's got you. She's got you, should I say, right? In that moment.
Right, because well, he's enjoying the fact that she got one over on the girlfriend who was lecturing him at the time.
Right. Exactly.
And in
Exactly.
such a silly, ditzy kind of way. Like, it's
Yeah.
great.
It's
Yeah, so
stupid, but yeah, it
Cher
works.
Horowitz, high school student on the verge of turning 16. We'll get into more of that later. A mostly
Uh,
single
I
child
interpret
whose
she
mother
is
died.
16, but
She's
okay.
15. She turned 16 in this movie. That's when she can take the driver's test.
Because
Um,
she was already driving, right?
yes, with just a permit.
Yeah, different
Uh,
states have different rules on when you can get a permit and stuff, so it throws me a bit. But yeah.
you can't get the license till you're 16, though. So she got to the driver's test at 16. So anyway,
Okay, yeah. Yep,
and
yep.
she said in the movie, she says, I'm 16, it's not Kentucky or whatever. Yeah, so a mostly single child whose mother died when she was a baby from a freak liposuction accident.
Yeah.
Um,
Like it happens. Like you gotta like how she like talks that off.
yeah, total Betty, her mom.
Yeah.
Um, Her manipulation in this movie of people starts purely for selfish reasons when she actually
Yeah.
develops she actually develops a taste for helping people, even if it might not be the help that they're looking for.
Right. It's
It's
still
Cher
kind of for
giving
selfish
Ty a
reasons.
makeover to help her fit in, but also keeps her away from a boy she generally vibes with, encourages her meaner instincts, I think.
Right. Yeah.
Uh, and then when Cher realizes she's turned Ty cruel and she gives herself a spiritual makeover and tries to help for purely unselfish reasons. But even then, it's about kind of becoming the kind of girl that she thinks Josh would be interested in. Um,
Yeah.
so like, she's not perfect, but she
No.
means well. I think
Yeah.
100% of the time means well.
Yeah,
Uh,
the heart's in the right place and there's character growth
yeah,
here.
even when she's doing bad things, she's doing it for what she thinks is a good reason.
Right.
And
And she seems to always kind of
yeah, she,
realize these
like you said,
things,
the growth.
sometimes
Yes.
with help with others to make her realize these things.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, like it's like there's nothing malicious about anything that she's doing, you
No, even though
know.
even though sometimes she can be kind of effed up when she's doing it.
Yeah, but again, it's like she has the come to moment, or someone else helps her come to that moment of being like, oh, that wasn't great, and like,
Hmm.
so yeah, it's great. You cheer for her that she's going through all these developments and going through all this growth. And I'm curious for the time length of this movie. Is it just one school year, basically?
More or less, yeah.
I think so, right? So
Yeah.
I just like, yeah, I
Because
just
she's
wasn't
15
sure.
and turned 16 in the movie. So yeah. It's like a few months or whatever.
Yeah, man. So she's a sophomore. Okay.
Maybe.
The most messed up version to take this is she's a sophomore. The little bit nicer, she's a junior.
You know what? Because I had to go to I got Lyme disease when I was in kindergarten. And I
Hmm.
missed most of kindergarten, had to go to pre first. So my ideas of like what age people should be is always a little effed up considering what the common.
I actually went through not
I
Lyme
think
disease, but a
you're right.
similar thing. I also
Yeah.
went to pre first and was a year ahead of everybody. So I get what you're saying,
I think
but
most people graduate high school at like 17. So I think you're,
yeah, no, and now that I teach high schoolers and I teach basically the age range that she's supposed to be in,
yeah.
she at worst is a sophomore, at best is a junior.
Yeah.
It
That's kind of
has
what I
to be
figured.
those two. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it's a great character. There's lots of layers. She's
Yeah.
fantastic. The performance is amazing. This is a five. It's an easy five. I mean, like you said, it's an
Yeah.
iconic character.
Yeah.
I mean, if you
Uh
say as if, you know exactly who I'm quoting.
oh
It's
yeah.
just,
And she's so like it's an iconic moment. Like anytime they want to bring up a certain time period or whatever, if they're going to reference that movie, they're probably showing a clip of that scene, of going, as if, the way she just throws it out. But like, yeah, she's bubbly, she's fun. She does have this like wealthy background, but like she still calls another character a snob and calls another character out at one point in this movie for being that, you know what I mean? Where
mm,
like, so it's like you kind of are okay with her that she's like, her friends like, oh, this is going to be a huge hit on our social life, and she's like, oh no, whatever, we'll be fine. Like, isn't it great that we can do this for someone else? You know what I mean? It's like immediately are on this girl's side, and it's mostly because of the way she delivers it. She's kind-hearted and optimistic, seriously loyal to like all of her friends, kind of deal, and you just see all the potential, right from the start. And yeah, I did go five in this category, even with that. I also included Josh in this category, and I still
um,
went five.
okay.
Because
I was
Paul
just
Rudd is amazing. But I guess I'll wait since it's your movie, I'll wait to talk about Josh later as supporting characters, even though I
thank
think
you.
he's deservedly in this category. And as much as it's problematic, and I put most of that problematic
How much
stuff,
screen time did you actually have in this movie?
well, I put most of his problematic stuff in the
Romantic.
romance category.
Well,
But
anyway, I was
again, I still think it should be for the spirit of this season. It is your partners should be in
Yeah,
this category, and
I
that's
don't
why he's
care.
here for me.
So I was looking up who actually was
Seriously
nominated and
disagree
won
with
the
you.
Academy Award for
Yeah,
Best Actress that year, and it was Susan Sarandon for Dead Man Walking.
good movie.
When was the last time you had a Dead Man Walking conversation with anybody?
I don't, I might never have.
Yeah, exactly.
It's kind of one of those like, oh, someone brings up, oh, good movie, but I've watched this movie like countless more times.
Exactly. I mean, Elizabeth Shue in Leaving Las Vegas, Sharon Stone in Casino, Meryl Streep in The Bridges of Madison County, Emma Thompson in Sense and Sensibility. So there's your Jane Austen. And then I went and looked at the Golden Globes just out of curiosity because they're usually more forgiving since they have a comedy section.
Right. Yeah.
Didn't get nominated there either. This is crazy. I mean, like,
It is crazy looking back. I mean, those, by the way, that's still quite an awesome list of actresses and movies
sure,
in that category.
I
But
have
do
watched
any of them
Clueless way more times than
have?
I've watched any of the movies that I just mentioned that were nominated for Academy
I
Awards.
agree, and again, I don't think any of them are as iconic to just an era, to a certain type of people, to again, anytime you're bringing up a certain genre and region of movie, you're referencing this. So it is kind of weird. Like it is iconic without a doubt.
Comedy always gets shit on Academy Awards.
Yeah.
Comedy and
Which
horror.
again, people will weirdly still admit it's one of the hardest things to do and pull off.
Yeah. All
Yeah.
right. Well, let's get into the rom of the rom com.
Yeah. This is a little problematic in this one. It's
It's
less problematic character wise. I think it's more problematic actor and actress wise. But
so
yeah,
it's hard to say how young Josh is in this movie, but he's in college,
the things that were being thrown out, I gauged him being a freshman in college.
which would be good. Okay, I would be like
Yeah.
base level. Like that's the best case scenario is that
Best
he
case
is
scenario is he's a
19,
freshman in college.
that
Yeah.
he's like 19,
Right.
and so Cher 16. They don't get together until Cher is 16, so it's like a 3 year age difference. That's fine. Not
Right.
great, but fine. You know, we always look a little shady at
Heads
those
up,
guys who are in
there's
college.
smoke upstairs. The alarm may sound. It's going to be loud. Silence.
Do you do a check on that?
No, I don't. It is my daughter who does not like to put the fan on in the shower, and she opened up the bathroom door and it hit the detector that's right there. It happens
Oh,
every time she gets out of the shower and forgets. So apologies to everybody, and I don't feel like editing around this. So hopefully we can just move along.
okay. Moving on. Despite the questionable age difference, because the actor was, she was like 19,
17.
20.
17.
Lacey Silverstone was not 17 in this movie.
By filming, she was 17. I looked it up today.
No, because Brittany Murphy is 17 and Lacey Silverstone is older than her.
When I looked it up, it said she was 17 when filming. It was 18 when it was released, according to what I looked up.
Let's see. This came out in 95. Yeah, she's about 18 when it was filming, not 17. No, unless this thing had like a really long production. This is
I
19
don't
when
know.
she was 19 when the movie
I'm
came
not
out.
looking it up in front of me right now, but when I
But
looked it up, it said
regardless, yeah, Paul
17.
Rudd is in his mid 20s.
Yeah, he's
So
like 25.
considering what they actually do in this movie, it's fine. This movie is like G rated.
No, yeah,
When it comes to
totally.
sex
But
stuff.
clearly there is some. It's a little uncomfortable. Like he just looks a lot older than her.
You know who
It's
looks
like
a lot older than her? Every single extra in this movie. It looks like they're like 30 years old or older.
yeah, I guess that's fair.
It's so funny. If you don't have a speaking line in this movie and you're in the background, you look like you're in your 30s or your 40s.
Right. It's just weird. It's where it works the best is where they're not getting along kind of siblings and just witty kind of banter back and forth is where the relationship is the best. Like there's clearly chemistry in just them going back and forth and all of that. And both of them have times to shine with their one-liner and zingers back and forth and their dry, witty humor back and forth. And I think that's great. It's a lot of fun. But otherwise, there's like there's maybe like a time or two where he gets to look at her and be like, oh, this is cool. Maybe she's growing. But you don't really get any kind of maybe inference that he might think something more until he's like, you gonna let her go outside, go out in that outfit? It was like the
Um,
first time you get something.
I don't know if that's actually true. Watching this
I
movie again,
disagree.
okay. I think there are more hints that he's like um cares about her and he shows up no problem to that. He's just like, you owe me or whatever when he shows up to the valley or whatever to pick her up. But
Right.
there's
But I think
instances
that's
where
because
he's
he's a
like
good person.
he's always paying attention to her. And like even still, like love and hate, there's like thin line or whatever with their
Right.
banter and everything. The other thing you have to talk about in this movie is the fact that they are former step siblings. It's not
Right.
a big deal to
It
me
seemed
since
pretty brief.
yeah, Mel was only married to Josh's mom for like seems like a short time, and it was like
Yeah.
5 years ago, whatever, and they did not grow up together.
Right.
But
Not
it's
at
still
all.
like the step sibling thing. You're like, this is like
Yeah,
the
that
scenario
wasn't
that
as
Pornhub
much my hang
was
up because I
built
feel
on.
like yeah, I feel like they were pretty clear in like it was really brief, and they didn't like each other pretty much from the beginning. So I don't know. I always interpreted it as more like he's here because he hates being home, and at least this is where he's kind of like liked and appreciative, at least from the former stepdad.
Yeah, Mel.
And that's why he's here and he kind of puts up with her and he's not he's a good guy, so he's like, all right, you're yeah stranded, I'm not gonna like let you leave there to die. So I never really interpreted anything else that until like later where he's like, oh, maybe she is trying to be different, and then eventually you see the weird jealousy, and then it doesn't really pop up again until like he ends up going to the party. Clearly, you know why he's there. But then, yeah, it's not till like the end where he really stands up for her that all of a sudden there's a romance. So there's not really much of a romance here, like almost at all.
Uh, yeah, no, it doesn't definitely happen suddenly, but at the same time, if you watch, there's enough hints of like, he's paying attention to her. They get the chemistry is real between Alicia
I
Silverstone
think
and
so.
Paul Rudd.
Again, I think it's
It
better when they
papers
don't like
over
each other.
a lot of the cracks of the ickiness of them getting together.
Right.
It's just fun to watch them interact, whether she's making fun of him about whatever,
Yeah,
or and
that's where
vice
it's
versa.
best. That's where it's best.
But even then, like it always ends up becoming fun. Like it never gets nasty.
Right. Yeah,
Um,
it's no one's really
but
going for like a low
this
blow.
is easily the weakest category for me, and so I gave
It
it a two
is.
and a half because it does just enough and not so as to be fine.
Um, I went two. Yeah.
Okay. Comedy. Lots to
There
dig in here, and
there's a lot that made me laugh here.
I'm gonna let you lead the way.
Me? Okay. Let me scroll up to the top here. The first thing that really made me laugh that I really enjoyed was Dan Hedaya is a treasure,
Yes.
and he's so phenomenal in this movie, and like shares going on about him, and it's like, enough of those, like, what is it, brain dead low lives. He's like, these are your parents or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't remember the exact quote, but it's hilarious and the delivery is amazing, from both him and her, about his parents, his own parents, which is just great. And then pretty shortly after that is the "we divorce our wives, not our children," not
Hmm.
children or whatever, which is a great line that made me laugh quite a bit. I really like that one too.
Okay.
Um, After that, I do enjoy the both named after great singers
Oh, I
of the
enjoy Dion's
past.
my friend because we both know what it's like to have people be jealous of us.
Yes, yeah, that's like it's pretty quickly like one after the other there, but yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
we both named after great singers of the past that do infomercials now. So I thought that was pretty funny. Um, there's several attempts of like her being a really bad driver, and I don't know where that came from, whether it's like a bicyclist or
I totally paused.
yeah, going through a stop sign, is really funny.
What was the funniest scene for you?
Just overall,
Yeah, yeah.
because
Number
I'm
one
going
visual action.
chronologically
I
here.
know you were, but like I just want to get to see if we had the same
Um,
one. One of the main left
Jeez.
artists.
This is really hard for me on the funniest. I oddly enough, I mean, I it could be because I'm biased being a teacher,
Oh yeah.
but some of the interactions of Mr. Hall with his students just cracked me up. It was just really funny. The stuff that
Wallace Shawn has got some great looks in this movie.
the
He's like trying to
facial
understand what people are thinking.
expressions he puts on is like, I feel you so hardcore right now. And then there's other moments too where he responds and he seems to be enjoying the back and forth with his students,
Yeah.
especially with Travis about the band thing. Um, like, should I stop giving my parents a hard time about the Rolling Stones because I'm going to do the same
Someday
thing
my
about the
kids are
Nine
gonna
Inch Nails?
yeah, yeah.
Yes. It's just like, yep, it's just dead on stuff that I
Yeah.
really love. And yeah, like her, or Cher going on her speech,
Got the
her
Hadians.
first debate, yeah, the Hadians, and then
Did
does
you
not,
read like
or the does not say RSVP on the Statue of Liberty, and he almost comes Chris
iconic?
is like, that's actually not a bad
So fun
thing.
bit
Look,
about the Hadians thing.
yeah,
That is how Alicia Silverstone never heard anyone say Haitians out loud, so that's how she thought it sounded. The Hadians.
perfect, perfect.
And like Amy Heckling was like, don't nobody tell her.
Nobody tell
Nobody say anything.
her.
That's fucking perfect.
Yes, it nails it, right?
Yeah.
Um, so that's pretty awesome. I also weirdly really love the moment with Dion and Murray, where it's kind of split up. The one where he's getting his head shaved and
Keeping
he's
it
like
real. I'm keeping it real.
keeping it real, and he's mocking her, getting upset.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then she's like, I'm calling your mother. Calling your mother, and he realizes she's actually doing it. And
Yeah.
then Donald Faison is just perfect in the scene where, "Ah!" like, he immediately starts freaking out, like, oh no, kind of deal.
Yeah.
And that's a really great scene. It's really funny. And then the freeway scene is also
That's my number one.
hilarious. It's great. I think they're all really good. Like, they're all freaking out and screaming at
It's
random different times.
the
And
grandmother flipping the bird, the
yes,
bikers, the truck. It's amazing. And
it's really good.
as someone who actually has driven on like the 405 in LA,
Yeah.
that was a very light traffic.
Yeah.
You never see it get on when you get
It's
on.
it's moving.
Basically, yeah, exactly. You get on any freeway in LA, it's really not that scary because traffic ain't moving.
Right. It's
You're
like
it's,
standstill stuff.
yeah,
Yeah.
you're merging into. What's scary is like the merge and the merge on, merge off. It's like because
Am I
nobody
gonna
wants
get
to
it
get
in
you
here?
in, and
Yeah.
nobody wants to let you, and everyone like, getting out. It's extra scary.
Yeah.
It's like 52 around here.
But it's
Like,
great.
there's
Like,
not enough room.
he's like trying to be this supportive boyfriend. It's like, baby, I'm fine. I'm here with you. And then he sees the truck behind him. He's like, it's just
Keep your hands on
perfect.
the wheel. That's the number
Yeah.
one thing. You got to keep your hands on the wheel.
And so it's this great mix of him being like weirdly great and supportive, and other times where he's like, you were the worst driver. Oh my God.
Yeah.
So it's those are probably the best scenes. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's other
Um,
stuff that made me laugh though.
oh, there's a bunch of lines I would love to quote. I don't know if you'll have more, but high school boys are like dogs. You have to clean them and
Yeah.
feed them, and
Yeah.
they're just these nervous creatures that jump and slobber all over you. It's
Yeah.
like, man, they fucking nailed it with that line. That was funny.
Yeah, it's fun. Travis trying to jump out the window, save the for killing yourselves later, which was funny from the teacher too. Um, uh, Josh wanted to go into environmental law, and he's like, "You want to be miserable for the rest of your life?" Uh,
Oh, I
and
like
then,
Yuck, the maudlin music of the university station. Wow, wow, wow.
oh yeah, because
He's
he's
listening to
listening
fake
to fake
plastic
plastic
trees
trees,
play
which I
Radiohead.
know you hate. You
It's
love Radiohead, but
not my
you
favorite
hate
song.
that Radiohead song. And they play it twice in this movie, and she gives like
Yeah.
a reference to whiny rock music, like at least
What
two
is
or
it
three
about
different
college
times.
and crybaby music? I was like,
Yeah, which is like, man, it's weird because you actually love this band,
I
but
do.
you hate this song.
Not
And
yeah, not my favorite album, not my favorite song.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's kind of like me and the, with Weezer, with the one song.
Buddy
So
Holly.
yeah, Buddy Holly. So I thought it was amusing that that came up a couple of different times, and I like you know, I have direction. Yeah, to the mall. um, which is really funny. Um, let's
My
see.
plastic surgeon doesn't want me to do an activity where balls fly out my nose. There goes
Yeah.
your social life.
Which is it Dion that says that one?
Yeah,
It's note perfect the way she
yeah.
delivers that line. It's amazing. Um, she's
Hey,
like,
James
oh,
Bond, in America, we drive on the right side of the road, not on the
yep,
economy real
great Paul
way.
Rudd delivery there.
Yeah.
That's another good one. I love where she's like doing the Mr. Hall like love letter poetry thing. It's like, oh, where's that? It's a famous quote. Oh yeah, for where? Cliff Notes.
That's yeah.
It's great. Um, two permits do not equal a license. Um, I like that one as well. As well. Um,
Honey, I couldn't be happier if they're based on real
real
grades.
grades is an amazing line. Um, you try driving in platforms.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, that's another fun one. Um, would you call me selfish? No, not to
Not
your
to your
face.
face.
It's a great one from Dion.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got the great ones there. Flying nose, I got that one. Um, let's see, what else do I want? I love the woman lend me $5. Like, you guys talk like grown-ups.
Yeah, oh, it's just like he starts talking about misogynistic overtones. Sorry.
Yeah, yeah. Um, my buns don't feel like steel was a
Your
great
buns don't feel
delivery.
like no steel. Yeah.
Yeah, Brittany Murphy's just a fantastic delivery there.
Yeah.
Um, to she wants to do good for humanity. How about sterilization?
Sterilization. Yeah.
It's a great one. Um, and her being like, "Oh yeah, I hope not sporadically or whatever," and his look of him being like, "What the hell?" was really funny.
But she looks so
Um,
proud. And I love it.
yeah, really does. Um, let's see what else. I don't know why, but I love the delivery of "Suck and Blow" and "God Elton, can't you suck?" It was just really funny to me. Um, I loved Breckin Meyer's delivery of like what would we do to make to impress girls? Like don't jump like
Oh
I
yeah.
just did. Like what's where's your pit hospitality kind of deal. So I thought that was really funny. Everywhere in LA takes 20 minutes,
Okay.
which was like, what? What?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, not at all.
If you consider LA just like from one end of Beverly Hills to the other, I suppose maybe that's true.
Right.
But no way.
Right. Which they
Having
do
been there a
make a
few times,
joke.
absolutely not.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
do make a joke every like about being in the valley, like
And not
you're
even the
out
real
there.
valley, Sun Valley. It's further out. It's a different valley
Yeah.
where she's at. Uh,
Um I don't know, like her when Elton kind of like says that I took I have the picture that you took in my locker and her immediate like ew, like she's so immediately grossed out and horrified by how wrong everything has gone is
mhm.
just really funny and perfect delivery from Alicia Silverstone.
You know what I enjoyed more this time than I ever have before is
What?
the slow Christian reveal of him being
It's
gay.
so okay,
But it's
okay, yeah, yeah.
even more like there's like
I thought
funnier
at first you
hints
were
that I
talking about
never.
Elton because Elton was so obvious
No, no,
that was into Cher the entire time. Yeah,
yeah, no, no, no. I moved on from
yeah,
that.
fair enough.
But the Christian stuff, like when he's reading like a William S. Burroughs book, I never caught
Oh
that
yeah.
before. I was like, oh man, and
Oh,
like
what it was the tapes he rented too, which is like a dead giveaway.
it's Spartacus and
Yeah,
some like it hot. He has a thing for
yeah,
Tony Curtis.
yeah.
Uh,
Which is amazing, and the Donald
but like,
Faison reveal
well,
again
like,
in
yeah,
the
but like
highway scene is great.
another bit is like when they're dancing at the frat party or whatever that's supposed to be with my
Yeah, which is
Stones
just
is
really like a club dance scene, like they're at a show.
right. But
Yeah,
like Paul Rudd like clocks it as he's like starts dancing with the other guy. I was like,
yeah,
"Oh, okay.
yeah. Well, it's funny because like you think like Eddie's a really good dancer, and
Well,
then you see this guy dancing up close to him, and he's like totally into the other
when I'm a
guy. And,
teen
yeah,
watching that movie, which is how I watch this movie most of the time, my eyes
right,
are just like focused on Alicia Silverstone. I never like shifted over to the
rightfully
right. And this
so.
this is the first time I'm like, oh hey, I never picked
Yeah,
up on that before.
I also kind of like his almost gay panic that someone's gonna clock him. um a couple times, especially like where like she's like playing footsie with him and he's just
Right.
like, um,
I'm
you know,
getting tired. Yeah.
yeah, and I thought that was all really great. I don't think I ever noticed that as much too early on. So yeah, I like that one too, and I do like too when she gets robbed. This is a liar.
What?
What? You know, and you're gonna be dead. Like, get down or whatever. Like that was
This is
really
a real
funny.
gun. Yeah.
Yeah, and this is a real gun. That was really funny. I
So
also do like to and when guys see skin, they think of sex. Like it's just this so weird, juvenile, playful thing that's really funny. The way she delivers it was really funny.
ladies got good points. I don't know what to tell you.
Is that a when Josh does call her out on what she's wearing or whatever, and the dad asks about like that's not a dress.
Yeah, you
Says
put something
who?
on over
Yes, it is.
that.
Yes,
Oh,
says who? Calvin
Calvin Klein.
Klein.
Yeah.
Great line.
Yeah, well, I love the
Um,
better joke is I think when she goes and puts something over it and it's see through.
oh yeah. It's really funny. Ty falling down the stairs is funny. I also like where she's like socially just horribly awkward at that
That was
show.
another point where like a 40-year-old man comes, "Hey, are you okay?"
Yeah,
It's
that
like
was
nobody
really
saw that.
bad.
Yeah.
And it was like a really
Whoa, that's an
older
old
looking guy.
guy. What's he
Yeah.
doing here?
Yeah. I was like, this is not a frat party. This is just a show that you're at.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, I like when the two ginormous guys, their heads are not even in the camera, and she's like looking up kind of deal too, where
Yeah.
she just feels so
I
awkward. I
never
really
noticed
like
before
that
that
as
she was
well.
changing her look every time.
Yeah, every time, like her like thing is like around her on her, and then around her waist, then
And
in
she
her
got a wrap around her
hair.
hair. Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. There's a lot of good stuff that you don't notice at first that you gotta have to like anyway.
Yeah. So what you give
Um
it?
oh man, there's so many more things I like.
Oh, okay. If there's something you definitely want to talk about, go ahead. Sorry.
Daring the world of bear midriff from Josh, or learning the daring world of bear midriff was really
Yeah.
funny. Um hold on, let's see what else I again I love the he's gay, yes, even cake boy, that whole thing was really really funny.
Friend of
Um
Dorothy was like such an archaic way
yeah.
to say gay person too. I was
Yes,
like, wow,
for
he's
sure. But
he's really
again,
digging deep for that one.
the way he delivers it is so great. Everything with her on
Barbara
the
Streisand
driving
ticket holder.
yeah, the driving test, I am the messiah of the DMV. Like that's such a small thankless little role, and that guy was amazing in the way he just put out the like, lady, get out of
Yeah.
the car. Like it's really good. Um anyway, I kind of do like the, why am I leaving listen to your version who can't drive? And it was
It's
real
funny.
harsh.
Wow.
I thought that was funny. It was funny because it's so stupid in the way everything was delivered, but like
It's way harsh.
it is way harsh. They do a good job of delivering it as a sad moment, but at the same time it's so funny that this is
So
like a
mean.
sad moment. Um, I also was really taken back by the amount of times they say Clueless. I don't think I ever noticed
I
the
was
amount of
yeah.
times they said
It's at
Clueless.
least three times. I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah, I never
Leo
picked
point.
up on that for sure. Anyway, it's not like a slapstick and had me like crazy out laughing out loud. So I went 4.
Okay, I give it a 4.5. It's pretty consistently funny.
It's pretty good
Making me
throughout. I'm
laugh. So
not,
yeah,
yeah, we're half point difference, so
yeah.
we'll see. But yeah,
So the supporting characters.
yeah.
The, by all means, go ahead and say anything else you haven't said by now about Josh that you would like to say.
Um, uh, gosh, he's got this equally witty charisma to him. That it's the opposite of Cher, but they're just equally matched in so many different ways. Um, the way they kind of go back and forth, right? He's the college student, he's idealistic, he's like socially conscious, he wants to be like a lawyer, he kind of wants to, seems like he wants to go into environmental law.
Hmm.
And this is kind of like all his kind of interests. He wants to watch the news kind of deal. And so
Thought there
he
was peace in the
thinks,
Middle East.
yeah, and he just kind of laughs or smiles to it, kind of deal.
It's the news about
Um,
Bosnia time. Yeah.
yeah. um, but yeah, it the amount of like jokes that the witty banter that he's throwing out is so funny. I think we've kind of done a lot of it already, to be honest, as we were kind of going through a lot of this stuff. Again, I
I
think the chemistry is there the most when they're kind
Yeah,
of
no, he's
disliking
very
each other.
charismatic. I
But
just, there's not a lot to his character. Um,
you
he's
get a
he's
little bit in a small section where you kind of get the gist that his mom has been through a lot of husbands.
Yeah.
And the current stepdad does not think very highly of him and is kind of on his ass a lot. And so that's why he feels better at the Harwitz house, because he feels kind of more let to be and more appreciative that he can kind of help or whatever. Like he seems to be, he likes his place there better. Um, and yeah, I think the big turn for him, I think at least, is where um, she actually officially like invites him for the first time and doesn't think like he's like some, oh, he's here again. Like she actually is like, hey, why don't you stay here for spring break?
Right. Right.
And I think that was kind of like I think that was kind of more of his turn, more of thinking her slightly differently, in my opinion, at least. Because I think you start to see those other things more after that.
Okay.
But yeah,
Yeah. No.
it's a good character. He's so fun,
He,
but
he's a
he's
really
barely
good
in it.
actor. I don't think it's a great character. But he's a fantastic actor who just oozes charisma.
Yeah,
And so, but yeah,
this
moving
is
on.
what you needed in a role so small. You
Yeah.
needed an actor to do this.
Yeah. 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 No, it really shows his quality here. So
Yeah,
Stacey Dash is Dion.
yeah.
A role she'll be dining on for the rest of her career.
She's one of the few ones that made it to the TV show too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Didn't watch much of that. That was like a UPN thing back in the day.
I don't know, it just like I didn't really need any continuing stories of Clueless, you know?
Yeah, especially when you like don't have Alicia Silverstone. It's like, well, what's the point? Like,
Well,
it's
it's just
kind of
like
she's the
what else is there
character.
to tell, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, her and Donald Faison and I think the girl who played Amber also came back for the television show.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yep.
Oh, and Ms. Geist also came back. Look at that.
Oh wow, I didn't know that one. So that's how
Yeah, no,
little
looking
I
through.
saw of
Oh,
that.
and Mr. Hall. Wow, a lot of people came back than I thought.
Okay, fair
Yeah.
enough.
Okay, there you go. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, anyway, she's good. Like she has the equal fashionability. She's confident. She's also pretty witty herself. She seems pretty loyal as a friend. Like she seems to be pretty good with like calling Cher out. Which I liked. Like she's like, I don't know about that. Like there's a few times where she'll do that.
Hmm.
So I kind of dug her as like a friend. Like she's like there for her, but at the same, like they
They
never
felt
really have any
equals.
big, yeah, exactly. They really did feel like equals, and that she didn't have a problem being like, I'll go along with you on this, but at other times she'd be like, yeah, no, I'm not feeling you here,
Mm.
and I
Uh,
like that.
yeah. Brittany Murphy as Ty.
Yeah.
Uh, very funny performance for Brittany
She,
Murphy.
yeah, she really does kind of nail this character. Like she's kind of this like, I don't know, like she was a very different life wherever she was before, right? And to see this kind of blending with this new life that she's into, like I think she just nails this emergence.
Yeah, gone too soon for without a doubt. What an odd
Yeah.
career she had because like I feel like after
Yeah.
this she didn't get up to much. Yeah, she really didn't. Uh,
She kind of
I
had a resurgence in like the 2000s more, right?
Yeah, when Girl Interrupted came out in
Yeah.
'99, she sort of popped up again, a really like big role. But
And I think she
even
kind of
then,
blew people away in 8 Mile.
I think even before "Don't Say a Word," it was her big like,
Oh,
she's
yeah.
back,
Yeah.
she's back. Because I remember seeing this slasher that came out like I think direct to TV called
No,
Cherry
really.
Falls that was pretty damn good. Or like Michael Biehn plays her sheriff dad.
Hmm.
But yeah, like she would just like sort of like bounce around. But it was after I think Don't Say a Word that she really like she's back. She's going to be starring in movies again.
I remember
And
seeing
then
that
and
in the
then we lost her
theater
just too
and her
soon.
being very creepy in it.
Yeah. I'll
Um,
never tell. Yeah, that one.
exactly. Yep. Yep.
But she's like both great physical performance, comedic performance in this, and just she can write off those lines about being a ditz and while being mean. You're a virgin. You can't drive. You
Yeah, but
know,
it's weird because she does have
she
more.
gets to do a whole bunch of different things in this movie, which is
She does
fascinating.
have like slightly more life experiences than the others. So sometimes she's kind of like,
Yeah, she's
what?
constantly
Like,
looking for drugs.
right, exactly. And they're like
You
not
guys have never
picking
had
up what
straight friends
she's.
before.
Yeah, exactly. Right. There's like all these kind of weird lines that she has that they're like not
Yeah,
picking up on. They're like, what?
yeah.
So she has these like very different life experiences, which is really funny.
Oh man, I remember.
Yeah.
You guys have Coke here? It's
Yeah.
America.
But it's like feels so true to like
Oh, I remember like I don't know what grade I was in at the time, but we did not have Coke in schools. It's like
no, you had like Snapple and Powerade on like the latter half of my high school, I feel.
right. Now we eventually had a Coke machine in high school, but I'm trying to but like I
But
think
a
I was
lot of it was like you only got it during certain hours, which is
I think
actually
I
still
was
the
in
the case
L
right
oh,
now.
okay. I think I was in elementary school at the time. So I was like didn't have any of that. So like, wow, Coke in high
Yeah.
school. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's really funny in this, and she gets a whole bunch of character growth and gets to be a bunch of different versions of the character at the same time. Um,
Yeah, because you really do get the especially like when she like tells off
even
Travis, it's like, ugh. Because
yeah,
like it's like it is one of the growths because like the scene between her and Travis is like actually instant chemistry. It is there. You
hmm
immediately see it as the audience that this is like a thing that works really, really well, but then like constantly pulled away and then constantly pulled away. And that's
mostly by
actually one of
Cher. Yeah.
right. And that's like the thing that I actually liked romance wise.
No, it's
Like I
probably the
liked all
best.
the romance storylines in this movie besides Sharon and Josh.
Yeah, that's
You know
actually
what I mean?
yeah.
I like Dion and Murray pretty well. Like I like that
hmm
relate the old married couple kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then this thing of like they love each other, but there's forces pulling them away between Ty and Travis. I really like that. The Mr. Hall and Miss Guy stuff I really enjoyed, even though
I was
again it's kind of
curious how
from
you were gonna.
afar. It's
Yeah.
from afar, but I like it. It's really sweet. Um, yeah, so the big problem to me was the Sharon Josh one.
So
That
as a
was like the bigger
teacher,
issue.
if the students caught a couple of teachers making out like that in the parking lot, is that going to be an issue? Or
I'm sure it'll be a thing, but like it's not, it's weird how many times I've already come across this
oh,
already, so
really?
it's not really a thing. When I was in high school, it happened.
Oh, yeah.
There was an art teacher and
Math teacher. I don't
yep.
remember ever seeing them make out though in public. So
No,
it's
I
just
never
like,
caught them making out, but they fell in love and got married. And then I have a couple coworkers who fell in love and got married in the same English department at my school.
oh,
Although again, never caught them making out in public or anything like that. But like obviously everybody kind of like knew what was going on. You couldn't not see that chemistry going on,
all
when it's
right.
happening kind of deal. So it's sweet.
All right, just curious.
Yeah. It's not like
Donald,
a never been kissed situation, which is disturbing and messed up.
so annoyed we won't be talking about this season.
It's come up, so why not?
Donald Faison as Murray. Man.
Great. Such small little roles here or there, but it's like, thank God we got things like Scrubs because he's so freaking good.
The bursting with talent.
Yeah.
Just absolutely insane. And I think this might be his first thing, or at least close to it.
Yeah.
And it's just like, whoa, this guy is really good.
Yeah.
It's all right there from the very beginning. Also,
From the
he is
start.
barely aged, and it's kind of
It's
pisses me
freaky.
off.
It is freaky.
It doesn't
Yeah.
make any sense. Yeah.
Yeah. I get that. Um, which is weird because he's in this movie with Paul Rudd, who's the other ageless wonder. Kind of comedically that Paul Rudd doesn't age. and here they are in one movie. So I
Maybe they
agree.
got bit by the same vampire.
Maybe, but yeah, I mean, it just works because there are moments where you're like, you should be like, why is Dion with this guy? But like, he
Oh,
plays this boyish charm to him that it you never feel the maliciousness ever in anything he's doing or anything that
oh
is
yeah.
just
When he
like it's
goes like
just
woman or whatever, he's like it's
yeah
obvious affront, and like she
yeah
rolls her eyes at it mostly.
yeah. And I mean, it's good directing and screenwriting too, where it's like, they even make notes like when no one's looking, they really seem to really love each other even more so or whatever. Um, it works, man. He's funny. And again, that freeway scene does not work without him.
No,
It does
no.
not work without him.
Breckenmeyer's Travis.
Yep.
Uh,
Great.
man, they really casted the hell out of this movie.
They really did. I mean, he's gonna be like, I feel like there's several movies. Like I remember even seeing like if the studio didn't want um what's his name to be Jay and Jay and Silent Bob are not in Mallrats.
Jason Mewes,
Um
yeah,
they did want Jason Mewes at first, and they were like, "Can we recast this as Seth Green or Breckin Meyer?" So it was like he played this character so freaking amazingly well that he might be slightly typecasted for a little bit in his career because of this. Um,
that's actually interesting. I didn't think about that.
he's so good in it. Like he's kind of doing his own little Spicoli. He's
Yeah. Oh well,
yeah,
from
but
Amory Heckling, the woman who directed Fast Times.
I'm not gonna say he originated. I'm just saying he's doing a really good job at it, right?
Well, he definitely played this character more or less before in your favorite Freddy movie. Uh,
Fair enough, right? The his two thumbs up, or getting his report card and trying to jump out the window, or his acceptance speech of McDonald's, and they make those little sausage biscuits or whatever, and never be late, man. Like
yeah,
he's really good, but at the same time, the moments of him with Ty and being like, I want a little Looney Tunes character on my board, and like, oh
Marvin the
no,
Martian.
Marvin Martian, that's so good, right? Or
Yeah, it's very genuine, earnest, and
that
sweet.
face again when Ty shuns him when he tries to squeeze in after her life and death experience
Yeah,
hurts. That is a harsh moment, and
yeah.
it's like it's mostly sold because of they do a shot of his face, even though it's quick, of being like, ouch, like, oh my God, that hurt.
It's odd that he ends up in like a 12-step program. Like, dude, how old are you? What
Yeah, I know. And it seems
for
like it was
weed?
just weed, right? Like for weed. It makes me think of Bob Saget now
Well,
too.
yeah, exactly.
Exactly right.
Um. Anyway, Jeremy Sisto is Elton.
Yeah.
Uh, man, did he look like a baby here? I couldn't get over
Yeah.
it.
But to be fair, he's weird. It's such an older look to him.
Yeah, in like 2 years, he's gonna have
Yeah.
this facial hair, this permanent 5 o'clock shadow that's always gonna
Yeah.
be there for like the rest of his career.
Yeah.
So it's like stunning to see him. Like, oh, look
Is
at
it weird that I have it like permanently etched in my brain of him going, "Run away," like as he's singing along to the song in the car? Like it's so weird. Like he's got this such deep voice, and him singing along to it gives me
it's the
these
rolling
eerie
with the
creep.
homies is the thing that stuck
Well,
in my
no,
head.
definitely rolling with the homies, but that's not the thing that I usually think of when I
Yeah, I
hear
hear
his
you. Yeah.
voice. It's so much more eerie because it's like getting my date rape vibes on, and the way he does it, I'm like, oh man.
It's funny too because of this part. I've always kind of like had like a fuck that guy.
But I agree with you, but at the same time, I'm like, this guy's really good. I've actually been a
Oh
Jeremy
yeah,
Sisto fan. I remember what TV he was like on NY whatever show or Law and Order
Law and
type
Order.
show. Was it
Yeah,
Law and Order?
yeah,
I
yeah,
remember you being like, "Yo, your boy's on a Law and Order now."
yeah. Did I? See, I one of the movies that I loved him from was Suicide Kings. Uh,
Yeah,
he was like amazing in that movie.
yeah, I
Um,
agree.
that movie was awesome. If you've never seen Suicide Kings, you're missing
He's
out.
incredibly charismatic, and I wish he
He was
had
also in
a
May. He was
yeah,
a piece of work in May.
yeah,
Because he kind of
way
had a
later, but
playing.
yeah,
Was it that much later?
I
Yeah,
thought
I guess it
so.
kind of was.
Yeah, wasn't it two? It's like way 2000s, right? Mid 2000s.
2002. 2002.
2002. Okay, a little earlier than I thought. All right, fair enough.
Yeah, but he kind of like ended up having to play these like kind of jerk characters and everything because of this movie.
Because he's so good at it,
Although
but at the
he's not a
same
jerk
time, it's
in Suicide Kings.
that's fair.
But yeah, no, he's got that kind of feel to him. You're like, something
Dude's got
wrong.
something, and I wish he had a better or at least bigger
He had
career.
a long TV and
He
successful
did. No,
TV
I think
career.
he still had a good career, or still has a good career. I just think he could have been more because I think the dude was capable of way more.
Hmm. Um, let's talk about the goat Dan Hedaya as Mel.
What
Man,
what more is there to say?
he's
Like
great.
I swear to God, this man was on all cylinders in this movie. He had quite the 90s,
He really did.
especially like the early to mid section of the 90s.
He was on Cheers, man. Like he was a
Yeah.
killer on Cheers. He was so good that,
I
and
mean,
every time it popped
well,
up.
I think the tail off end part would be Night of the Roxbury,
Yeah,
which I still enjoyed with him in it, even though it's probably even smaller of a role. But the dude is I love him. He's so good.
I mean, he was also Unusual Suspects this year. Playing like a very like not normal Dan Hedaya type character for that movie.
Well, this was
So,
such an
but still,
interesting character too,
he's a really
right?
good actor.
He's a great actor, but this
Yeah.
character is like he's harsh, he's
hmm
abrasive, he's kind of a dick, but you love him because he immediately
Because of how much he loves
showed
Cher. You know how much he loves
love
Cher.
share. Oh, and again, just the we divorce wives, not children. And
Yeah.
he's taken this kid in, even though he's clearly barely been in his life,
Yeah.
and still taken him in, right? And or even the um, you know, even though he's like clearly a workaholic working hard, like, okay, why are you pacing in? Come on in, let's talk. Like he still finds time for her when clearly he feels like she needs it, right?
hmm
And is like, oh, who is this? He's an idiot. I don't want you with this man to begin with, like, and then like there's so much endearing dad stuff that's just awesome that just
hmm
works with this not
Good
alcoholic,
dad.
workaholic.
Good movie
He's just
dad.
he's actually legitimately a good dad. Um to a point maybe, right? Like two
No,
permits don't equal a license and I need you with
he's
an
taking
actual
an active
driver.
interest in her life and everything like that.
Yeah.
He's good.
Yeah.
He's looking at the report
And
card.
he
He
feels
cares about
taken
her.
care of by his daughter. It's a great relationship. It's
Yeah.
awesome.
Uh, Justin Walker as Christian. Um,
Yeah.
it's Amy
It's
Heckerling
real
won a
small and it
GLAAD
comes in
award
way
for
later.
this. Um, but like I gotta be honest, I would have had words with him with all like the 30s and 40s slang. Like if I knew this kid in high school, I'd be like,
Saw?
uh, don't make me hate the Maltese Falcon. This is gonna be a problem between you and me. Like when he asked me, like, they're charging for beer at the bar. You got a fin? I'm like, wait, you call it a fin? Who calls it a fin? What the hell's wrong with you?
He's obsessed, clearly, right?
Yeah, clearly obsessed like the
Right.
30s and 40s. Although yeah, like, the Billie Holiday joke is fantastic, but it's like the kind of
Yeah.
like you know what you deserve
Well,
not
he
to know who
does it.
Billie
Yeah, he
Holiday
does a
is.
good like, right. Like, sure, you know who Billie Holiday is, right? And then I love to where yeah, he gets the money to get out to Brewski's. And then you see him, he's clearly hitting on the bartender like
Yeah, he tells the girl
immediately.
to go away.
Yeah, and it's just there's some really good subtle humor with that I definitely catch more of being
Yeah, but
older. It's just really
if
funny.
if we were friends, I'd be like, I'm sorry, I'm gonna need you to make a non-anachronistic reference in the next 15 minutes because we're gonna have words. This is gonna be a problem between you and me.
But it seems I'm curious to like
But it led to like Mel's
how
like
many
great joke. Did you think
people.
there was room in the
Yeah.
Rat Pack now that Sammy Davis Jr. is dead? Like, what the
Yes.
hell is wrong with you?
What was it too? Like I have a shovel and a 45, and I'm sure no one will miss you.
Yeah.
It's like a great line too. Again, Danny Day is a treasure.
Hmm.
So good.
And finally, Wallace Shawn is Mr. Hall. We already talked to him, so we don't need to go any further, but just want to shout him out again. It's
Yeah,
amazing character
again,
actor.
there's the facial expressions that he puts on in this movie is insane. Like it's insane. I feel like I've had all of these expressions when students say stuff. You're like, what? And then other times you're like, all right. Like there's so many of that I'm like, I feel for
I'll
this
take
teacher and
it.
I
I
get it.
need this win. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And again, I love the Rolling Stone Nine Inch Nails things. Like, yes, like like so much that it just works so well. He's really good in it.
This is a 5 for me. I mean, just a perfect supporting cast.
Um, ah man, it is really good. I actually went for
Yeah,
um
that's funny.
I did put weirdly enough Amber and Ellen in one category. As much as Amber's
I think
not
it's funny
too
they ended
much.
up together.
Well, because yeah, they
Oh,
ended up
by the
together is kind of
way,
why I put them together, but
some
like
of
yeah.
the one who had like the weirdest outfits for the guys is clearly Elton for me. Like when they're at that party, my dude is wearing like a Cosby cardigan. And then like when they're at the frat party where he sees them with him with Amber, he's like wearing like this like Sergeant Pepper thing with all these
Oh
buttons, and
yeah,
I'm like, what the
super
fuck is he
weird.
wearing?
To be honest, like I thought he was dressing fine. It was those two scenes though that you
Yeah,
talked about that I'm
yeah,
like,
exactly.
what? Whereas it seemed like a departure from the rest of it.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah. Hmm. Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I think that's no. I think everything else is exactly what I put. So yeah.
Okay, my final score is a 17 then. So what would you
Man,
have?
I went 15.
Ooh.
So a
Okay,
full
so the
point
average should be
lower.
16.
16.
You're 2 points lower than me. Um, so then I would still.
I
So you would have this below Pretty Woman. I have it above Pretty Woman.
I have it below Pretty Woman. I think as much as Cher is iconic, the tandem in Pretty Woman, I don't think you can beat. Um, and the romance obviously is 1,000 times better. I think
It's funny
both
how both
movies,
movies are pretty problematic with the romance department, but yeah, I think the romance is better pulled off, obviously, in Pretty Woman, but I think the comedy is
yes,
better pulled off in this movie.
yes, it
And
is. It's the comedy's better in this movie for
I think
sure.
the supporting characters are better in this movie. Not that the other ones are bad in Pretty Woman. I just think that these ones are just like, wow, they
See,
really knocked this
I
one out of
think
the
I
park.
went 5 if I remember correctly. I went high.
I don't know. You did go high.
They're
I
pretty
went
darn
lower.
close for me for supporting characters. So I feel like the real difference is for me is the romance.
Hmm.
It's just so much better, and I think too just the again if I'm putting the spirit of this of it needs to be a two characters coming together partnership romance. You can't that there's not much better than Pretty Woman, and this movie is emphatically inferior to that.
All right. Well,
Um,
this part doesn't matter. We just have to add up the scores at the end. So with the
right.
combined scores of 16, we leave it at that.
Okay.
And we don't have to do the
If
ranking part. We can just we add up the scores at the end for my team versus your team, and whoever has the highest score.
okay, fair. So we're
Leaving it at
cool with
16.
16.
Yeah, I think this is
Okay.
better than Pretty Woman. You think the other way.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I
Okay.
do. Yeah.
So soundtrack highlights. Man, this movie fucking rips on the soundtrack.
It rocks. It rocks.
I
And
mean,
I
I
was
didn't
very
remember.
high on the last one. Ooh,
Let me tell you. Let me tell you. It takes because it's been used so many goddamn times, and Tim and I have actually had words about it. Like I'm sick and tired hearing this song drop in movies. So when
which
just
one?
a girl gets dropped in here, and I'm like, this feels right. This feels correct. Absolutely yes. This is perfect. Um, the fake plastic trees drop is fantastic,
Twice.
hilarious.
At
Yeah.
least gets dropped twice. And the way it's done, again, as much as I am a fan of the song and you are not, but the way it's done is so perfect. The
Uh,
where, and again,
oh,
it
it's so
just brings
funny.
out the Alicia Silverstone. It's amazing. It's a good job.
Supermodel, great song for this
Supermodel. Okay,
movie.
I was gonna save that for last,
Okay,
um, because I love this freaking song.
really?
It is on multiple playlists of mine. I love this song. I think it's funny. I think it rocks. I think just it just sets everything up in this movie so freaking well. Um, I love it. I can't. I
Okay.
love it so much.
Supergrass is all right. Is man, I felt it back in the day.
I
We are
actually
young.
like.
Hmm.
Yes,
We're
I think that
all
is that the
right.
one where they're doing the photography
Yep.
session or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
I do like that one. I vibe with that one. I do love the Muffs Kids in America as well. I just think, oh, do you think we're in a Noxema commercial? I know, but like
Yeah.
I really vibe with all of that really well. Now, I I will say, all the young dudes, okay.
Yeah.
I don't like this version, but this is the version that I was first exposed to.
It's put so perfectly in the movie too.
It
When it's
nails it.
discussing
It
like.
nails it.
By
It's
the
kind
way,
of like
we're
Wild Child with Pretty Woman. Like it's
yeah,
done in
yeah.
such a nailed way, and it was like
Is
it
this
led me to the better version.
so? Is that scene in particular where they're doing the all young dudes and talking about the way teen boys dress nowadays? It's like they just threw on whatever they had, like baggy, whatever.
Yeah.
Is this
Not
exactly how they're
only
dressing again now?
exactly.
Yeah,
Exact. I mean, I don't really see the backwards hats and all that kind
right.
of stuff, but because you can't really do that. But yeah, what was popular then for us when we were, youths, um, is popular again, right? And it's funny because even today, I had a student like weirdly have like a pair of jeans that he had on a hanger. Like, hey, Mr. Count, what'd you think? And he's like holding up these. I'm like, yeah, I would have worn that at your age. Like
Jeans on a hanger?
I think he was dressed for ROTC or something. Like so he was like in his but he had the jeans on the hanger that his ROTC was on or something. Whatever. He's like, what do you think about my jeans or whatever? And I was just like, yep, I would have worn that when I was your age back
Hmm.
a long time ago.
Hmm.
So I was amused and horrified by the same time. But yeah, all the styles are back again.
Hmm. Other one I'd love to shout out, by the way, is the cover for All by Myself. It's Eric Carmen's song done by Jewel here before she hit it big.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's her like,
Um,
I love Josh. Yeah, that's the song
yes.
playing.
The lightning scenes by Change by the lightning scenes. I can't remember that is during the changing scene, which I really liked. Beastie Boys mullet head pops up for a little bit. I enjoyed that. We had
Hmm.
two different Mighty Mighty Boss Stone songs, and it's not even the impression that I get.
Incredible.
It's insane,
Simply
right?
incredible. Yeah,
and
right?
and it's like, and I'm like watching it, and it's been a while because I'm like, man, do they do impression again? I could have sworn they do impression again. They don't, but
I was in the
I could
same
throw
boat.
down with both of these songs.
Yeah, yeah. I didn't even know that was legal in the mid 90s.
I know, of course, Coolio, and rolling with the home, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, but although I would say like
Oh,
it works better
oh,
in movie than listening without the movie,
I shall
but
say, I forgot to mention earlier, Elton, the obviously worst dancer in this movie, just like embarrassingly so. I don't know how she goes out calling out Josh when like Elton is there doing some like weird robot shit.
I know, but
And that
man,
synchronized bullshit he's doing on the pool table, I'm like, this is awful.
I agree with you, but at the same time, I feel like when we look at Paul Rudd in this movie, it's like we see ourselves of being like, this is what people should like. We're the charming doofus. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like this is good, right?
I am a charming
Um,
doofus. How dare you?
we are a charming doofus, right?
I
We're
don't know about
not
you,
good.
me, yeah.
Well, yeah, well, check. The longest thing that took me to realize was nobody cares what you look
Yeah.
like while you're dancing or anything like that,
As long as it's not
right?
Elton.
Well, maybe, right? But like I don't know. You just gotta, Yeah, you just gotta have fun and have confidence, and that's all anybody really cares about. And who cares, right?
So what'd you give the soundtrack
Anyway,
out of five?
um, I also like the tenderness song at the end, but I give it a 4.
I do too.
Okay.
All right. So miscellaneous stuff. Amy Heckerling met with Alicia Witt, Reese Witherspoon, Kerry Russell, and Tiffany Thiessen. Um,
They were all around the same age,
ish.
I would assume. Ish, maybe
I think
Alicia
Reese
Witt.
Witherspoon's a little younger.
That's what I was
Um,
gonna say. Okay.
Angelina Jolie and Gwyneth Paltrow were considered but didn't audition.
Okay.
Uh, Jerry Orbach was offered the role of Mel, but couldn't find the time because he was locked into Law and Order at the time.
Hmm.
And Harvey Keitel was considered too expensive, but he was considered.
For what, Mr. Hall?
No, play Mel, her dad.
Ah,
You could
perfect.
you could even see either one of those. I mean, it
Yeah,
ended up being great
no.
anyway. But yeah, and
Yeah, exactly. I honestly, I think Dan Hedaya was perfect. Like I
you weren't
honestly,
going to do better than him. You could have done it equally as good. I think both of those guys could have been equally as good as Dan Hedaya.
maybe it's hard to say. Don't let me say anything negative about him, Harry Keitel. This is upsetting, but Dan Hedaya is
Okay.
so good in this movie.
Not sure how true this is, but supposedly Sarah Michelle Gellar was offered the role of Cher and Amber, but was stuck under contract with All My Children. I believe the Amber one, not so sure about the Cher one, because
Yeah,
Alicia
okay.
Silverstone didn't have to audition. Alicia Silverstone's Alicia
What's
Silverstone.
the? Is it about the same ages?
Uh, I think so.
Yeah,
Let's look. Sarah Michelle.
they have such like kind of youthful
Yeah,
babyish faces, so it's kind of hard. But yeah, I guess
she's a
that
year
makes
younger,
sense. Sarah Michelle is a year younger. Okay,
younger than her. Yeah.
okay.
Um, but yeah, she was locked in to All My Children, couldn't get away to do the film. Lisa Silverstone didn't have to audition. She was just given the part of
Well, she was a
Cher.
much bigger deal at this point.
Yeah, because she had been the crush earlier, and
Oh, what a
the
good movie!
Aerosmith commercial, Aerosmith music videos. So like she was for real.
I really like The Crush.
Me too.
Yeah,
Uh,
Carrie Ellis is also really good in that movie.
hmm Ben Affleck and Zach Braff both auditioned for Josh.
Interesting.
Yeah. Terrence Howard auditioned for Murray, and Dave Chappelle met with Amy Heckerling about the role.
Yeah,
Your boy Seth Green and Jamie Kennedy both auditioned for Travis, but lost to Breckenmeyer.
makes sense.
Alana Eubank and Leah Remini were considered for Ty.
Okay.
So that's all the best what ifs there. Budget for this was $12 million, which in today's money is a little over 25.5 million. But it had a worldwide gross of a little over $56.7 million, which in today's money is a little over 121 million. So
Wow.
it wasn't quite the hit that Pretty Woman was, but yeah, it
It's
made
still
bank.
pretty
And
big.
I think it did even better, like at Blockbuster and rentals and everything like that. It made a
Probably did. And
lot of
again,
money.
it got its own TV show.
Yeah,
Even though it was not a successful TV show, but whatever,
it was on for many years.
it still got pushed for a TV show for a while.
This movie actually debuted at number two. It came out in like mid-July, losing to
Hmm.
Apollo 13 in its fourth week of release. The other big
Wow.
new releases that week were Free Willy 2, The Adventure Home, which came in at number six,
Okay. Yeah.
and Larry Clark's Kids came in at number 34.
What?
Do you remember Kids? You never saw Kids?
Kids?
Yeah, really effed up
Yeah.
movie.
Wait a minute. Oh, okay. I got confused when you put the Larry Clark. Okay. Oh, that kids. Yeah. No. Yeah. No. That's a disturbing movie. Yeah. No.
Yes, it
Definitely.
is.
It definitely seen that. I saw that at a friend's house that I was house sitting
I think
for,
that's
and I
we
was
all
like,
watched
"This is
that movie. We're like,
disturbing.
this isn't a fun watch
I
movie.
don't like this."
We all thought it was NC-17 and we were gonna have fun watching it. Everybody left
No.
that movie feeling bummed out.
That. Yeah. I did not have a good time.
All right, Tim. So what are we watching next week?
Well, I got to apologize to everybody else. I'm sorry here, but this movie is leaving HBO Max or HBO, whatever it wants to call itself now, whatever. It's leaving this Friday, way before this episode is going to be released. So I apologize to everybody, but we're watching Practical Magic with Sandra Bullock and Nicole
Yay.
Kidman, and yeah. So yeah, that's what we're doing.
Hold on to your husbands, girls.
Yeah. Yeah. It was weird. It was the wife was like, oh, which I forgot to mention. I notes from the wife, by the
Oh,
way.
okay. Oh, yeah, please.
Um, I do like to throw in significant other thoughts here. So yeah, no, she's definitely quite a big fan, and she said that she was at the age of seeing this movie, she was infatuated and couldn't get over the computer helping her pick out outfits in
Everyone
the
wants that.
movie,
Yeah.
and was like, "Oh my God!" And I was like, "Yeah, isn't it so weird?" It was like touchscreen and everything, like
On
it
the
was just
worst
like.
monitor.
Yeah, it's a bizarre thing. And then like later on in the movie, she's taking Polaroids with like a hanger over her.
That's the old monitor that we used to like use Encarta on.
Right. It is so weird. And that's what she wanted to focus on. But anyway, regardless, yeah, so that was some other thoughts. Um, Yeah, so she was like, we're getting close here for everybody else inside baseball, but we're getting close to Halloween here at the end of the week, and my wife was like, let's watch Practical Magic, and I was like, actually, I picked that as my Sandra Bullock pick, so let's look to see, and I was like, oh, it's leaving this Friday, so let's do it now. So luckily, I let you know ahead of time we're gonna knock it out, and yeah, so that's the pick. Sorry, long story short,
Not short.
or
All
long
right.
story long.
Long story long. Yeah. All right. You got anything else?
That's it, man. That's all I
All
got.
right. Well, that is it for us. Please share your support for the podcast by leaving a review on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Play Music, or wherever you happen to listen to the show. Also, sharing is caring. Be sure to follow us on social media to get the latest show updates. You can contact us by emailing at filmbrochamp@gmail.com or find us by searching for the hashtag FilmBroChamp. Thank you for listening to this episode of Film Bros Championship Podcast. It's not goodbye, it's just till we meet again.
What's 7 times 7? Stuff she knows!